Okay, let's see the verticals what mechanical engineering has. Yeah. So I would broadly classify it into function vertical and product vertical. Yeah. So when we talk about function vertical, these are the functions which are very important in adding a value to the product, or amalgamation of all these functions create a certain product. Yeah. So some example of function vertical may be a design team, an analysis team, testing team, measurements, quality, manufacturing, project management, procurement, so on and so forth. So all these teams add value to a product or into an end product. Now product vertical is very simple. Yeah, it could basically be a vertical which can encompasses a lot of products, right? So basically we have a function vertical and the product vertical. So coming to the function vertical, yeah, it could be various departments or it could be various teams which would add a lot of value to a product, right? So a design team would be as important, yeah, in creating a value add for the product. Say for example, this design team, yeah, if you're working in a design team, you would be responsible of converting the idea what the customer has, or converting the concept, yeah, or converting the requirements into a concept, and from the concept you design or release the final design or blueprint. So this would be an area where a design engineer would be focusing on. Of course, he'll also be working with the cross-functional mechanical engineers working in simulation, testing, so on and so forth. Yeah. Let's talk about simulation. Yeah. If you are working in the simulation domain, you'd be working on validating the design idea. Say for example, the blueprint or the design what the design engineers have made. Yeah. Does it work in the practical real world application? Of course, simulation is a domain which is very critical in the modern day, mainly from the cost standpoint and quality standpoint. Yeah, because it's not very easy to manufacture a product and then test it and again getting into the manufacturing and testing it. Yeah, so it's not a very cost effective solution, as well as it's also time consuming, right? So that's a reason people resort to simulation as a tool to get into iterative product development or to get into the design iterations, right? So the simulation team, it basically works on validating the design idea. Yeah, they would also add a lot of value to the design team, yeah, in terms of recommendations. Yeah, so the end outcome of a simulation can be either the design is okay or not okay, or it can also be some recommendations to the design team. Yeah, so the design team can get into redesigning based on the feedback from the simulation, and they could release another design, and then the simulation team can once again validate if the recommended design works perfectly or not. Yeah, so this is very important in reducing the product cost. Now coming into testing and measurements. Yeah, so this particular team basically does the physical verification or physical validation of a product. Yeah, so whatever the simulation engineer has certified, yeah, but it also comes in executing the test or simulation under certain boundary conditions or certain assumptions. Now we need to also devise the test, yeah, to make sure the product works in the real world application as intended. Yeah, so that's the main intention of the testing team. Yeah, and coming into the manufacturing, yeah, the mechanical engineers like you, if you are in the manufacturing domain, you would focus on, yeah, the series production. Yeah, so you would focus on an entire manufacturing chain. Yeah, it may be purchase, it may be production, yeah, it may be quality, so on and so forth. Yeah, but the end objective of the manufacturing team would be to manufacture the products to the customer in a large scale, right? So if you are a mechanical engineer into technical sales, you would also wonder what does a technical sales or what does a sales has to do something with mechanical engineers, right? So it's very important. Yeah, this technical sales, I would also rephrase it as technical project management, right? Engineers working in technical sales or technical project management will amalgamate the entire engineering process. Yeah, and they are the bridge between the customer and the engineering team. So the requirements from the customer has to successfully reach the engineering team. The feedback from the engineering team has to successfully reach the customer, and this close looping is very important for any success of any product for that matter. And technical sales performs or plays a key role in that. It's also very important for the technical sales engineer, yeah, to explain the customer in both technical and in the language what he or she can understand, right? So this technical sales team would also, or it's also key for the business in terms of fueling the growth, because this team is something which brings the project, which brings the business into the uh, organization. Coming to after sales service, I think the responsibility of the mechanical engineer does not end till the product is just sold. Yeah, they are also liable for the product once the product is sold. For example, once you sell a product to a customer, you are still liable for the product as long as he or she is using it, right? And that's where this after sales service would also come into picture. Yeah, see, there are a lot of instances uh, about a success of a company where it is largely dependent on after sales service. You buy certain products solely because their after sales service is pretty good, right? And that's the importance of the after sales service, and it's also a crucial backbone for any organization, and mechanical engineers certainly play a very good role in the sales and service teams. Coming into application engineering, yeah, here you talk about mechanical engineers demonstrating the product on the end application, yeah, or the services what they developed into an end application. So this is also closely related to testing, but it's closer to the customer for that matter. Yeah, so coming to product vertical, I think it's as simple as that. It can be literally any product under the roof what mechanical engineers can work on. They can work on transport or mobility solutions. Yeah, they focus on energy, infrastructure, yeah, healthcare, yeah, machine building, defense systems, micro electromechanical systems. I think in one of the previous topic I also spoke about MEMS systems, right? Semiconductors and IT hardware. So you take any organization or any company for that matter, they could work on one of these sectors or also slightly, outside these sectors. Yeah, but these are just glimpse of few products or few sectors where organizations are putting a lot of energy, yeah, and business into it.